the King of Kings.
Welcome to the very special Extreme episode celebrating the National Day of Kuwait, and tonight's episode is entitled The Extreme Avengers, and we will see why. But anyways, before I go on with the main segments, I'd like to congratulate Kuwait on its 50th year of independence, and well, being from about 20 years from the Iraq invasion or whatever. And well, the thing that I'd like to talk about is how Kuwaitis celebrate this National Day. They just go crazy in the streets. Somebody just like dances on the roof of their cars, spraying foam on each other. But hopefully, and thank God that the country itself, Kuwait, or the police, or whoever it was, somebody banned the usage of foam, or even anyone selling it, and therefore they changed the usage of foam to using water. They like splashing water on everybody, and I just saw that last night, and last night wasn't the National Day, and I was looking there and there, like some Kuwaiti kids around my age or below, they were like spraying or splashing water to this Lebanese guy or Indian or whatever. Huge disrespect, and that is really disappointing, and I do not like to see that. That's why I stay at home in these days, and it really sucks. That's not a celebration. That's just ruining our environment and being crazy, plus it is meaningless. That's all I got to say for this celebrations, and hopefully there will be not that amount of damages, because last year a couple of kids died, or one kid or whatever. It is really harmful. They drive really fast and in an insane way, and wow. But this is the best National Day I've ever experienced, for only one reason, is because our Prince of Kuwait gave each and every citizen of Kuwait 1,000 KD. That's about 3,500 USD, and that, like, oh my gosh, it helps a lot. It personally helped me with some of items in my room in the new place, and it will be like amazing. Special thanks goes to him, and that's all I'd like to talk about. And again, I'd like to congratulate on the epic 50th year of independence, and that's all. Let's just see what we have on the Friday night movie hunt of February the 25th. And the first movie we got is entitled Hall Pass, starring Owen Wilson. The second movie actually premiered last night in Kuwait, and it's now premiering tonight on the States or wherever in the States. And that movie title is Drive Angry in 3D, and it's also available in 2D, starring Nicolas Cage. Now, here's the theory. There's a third movie re-releasing, Justin Bieber's Never Say Never Director's Fan Cut. Both Justin Bieber and John Cho promise us that they will be offering like an entire new movie, 40 minutes of extra footage, and wow, it's like releasing a new movie in a few weeks, or was it 2 weeks, I believe? And am I surprised or shocked? Well, his movie so far earned $53 million. His album, Never Say Never, that remixes the soundtrack of this motion picture, got ranked #1 on the Billboard, and oh my gosh, he's doing it big, and he's releasing his movie, and hopefully he's doing this one to get the first place. But now look at what he's competing against. He was competing against Adam Sandler, and now he's competing against both Nicolas Cage and Owen Wilson. Nicolas Cage, an action star, but really his movies recently were really awful. But Drive Angry seems good. I'm going to see it next Sunday, I believe. But either way, Owen Wilson is a huge funny guy, a huge comedian, and he might lose again. But the re-release and getting the fans pumped up, hopefully all believers will be there to watch that movie, and hopefully he will get the #1 on the box office, and we'll see what will happen. And that's all for the Friday Night Movie Hunt. But speaking about Justin Bieber, last night he co-hosted Entertainment Tonight, and can I say he did a good job? He did a couple of sentences, and well, it's not like he was the only host, and well, yeah, it was like only to promote his movie, of course, but yeah. And speaking about him again, he trimmed his hair or changed the style of it. Who cares? I know that I'm a huge believer. I know that there are crazy believers out there who will die when they see his new haircut. But honestly speaking, it's not about the hair. It's not about the looks. It's about his passion for the music. We never got sold for Justin Bieber just because he has great hair, being hot, cute, or whatever. I know there's some group of people only like him for his looks. But honestly speaking, what about his music? He said it himself. He said it with that interview, I believe with Mary Hart or whatever her name is. He said it. It's not about the looks. And I believe he's testing his fans. And we'll see what will happen, but hopefully nothing changes. And that's all on these subjects, and we'll be back for World Wrestling Entertainment. Stay tuned. And now let's head for World Wrestling Entertainment. Start off with Sunday's pay-per-view, the Elimination Chamber. And let's just quickly review a couple of things, a couple of important things, that is. First, the announcement by Booker T and the returning Trish Stratus, and Are We Strassified, or whatever that is. And apparently she will be one of the trainers on Tough Enough, which will be premiering the night after WrestleMania and after Monday Night Raw airs on USA Network. And Tough Enough will be just like NXT, I believe. But either way, NXT actually has professional wrestlers, but this show has like entries. Like I can be one of their wrestlers or whatever they call it. And The Miz actually came out from Tough Enough, and the winner of Tough Enough, like in 2006 or 5, didn't get a chance in the WWE, but The Miz did, even though he was just a participant in that show. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, that's not the main thing. The main thing, let's just head forward to it. Jerry the King Lawler versus The Miz. Did we get disappointed? Yes. Did we see it coming? I guess not. So The Miz will be heading to WrestleMania to face the winner of the Raw Elimination Chamber. That settled down with the Smackdown Elimination Chamber for the World Heavyweight Championship. Edge won. Alberto Del Rio gets in, and he tries to like injures Edge perhaps, and an Avenger. There you saw it, or whatever. The Avenger as the entitled of the show, but either way, Christian returns, and with an epic return on Alberto Del Rio, and he takes his revenge, and payback is a bitch. And well, the Raw Elimination Chamber, the Man of Steel himself won, Mr. C Nation. John Cena is going to WrestleMania, and he will headline it to face The Miz for the WWE Championship. But apparently all that hard work, some guy is really ungrateful for that true talent, and that guy is none other than Dwayne The Rock Johnson. As last week on Monday Night Raw, he kept trash talking on John Cena, and John Cena did give us a huge response on the opening of Monday Night Raw. So I guess this is the review of Monday Night Raw, starting off the show with John Cena, the doctor of thugonomics, and he did mention that he has a degree, and there you saw it, his trash talking style returned. And shouldn't the word ass get censored on a PG show? I'm not sure, but either way it should be. And John Cena really gave us a huge response to The Rock's challenge or The Rock's strikes on Cena, and wow, he just homeschooled him, as Cena likes to say, and Cena won the round, and I would like to see what The Rock will do, and if he will ever show on a Monday Night Raw episode, or will just wait to WrestleMania, because that makes no sense, because he said, I will never, not never say never, no, I will never go back or leave the WWE or something like that, but he did say it, and was he lying? I do not know, but if he was lying, that really sucks. And if his role was only to host WrestleMania, well then we got pumped up for nothing. As Cena also mentioned, you're the host of WrestleMania, learn your role. And Cena did also mention for 7 years he left us hanging, and Cena was here week in and week out to show his love for the WWE. And The Rock only talks a big game, and Cena also talks a big game, but who actually can step in the ring and takes it toe-to-toe with the other side of the ring opponent or whatever, and who can stand tall? Is it Dwayne The Rock Johnson, or is it John Cena? Cena Nation's back, like, most of them are teenagers or 10 years old, or 10-year-olds, excuse me, and like ladies and some freaks loving Cena. And most of The Rock's audience is adults, like that oversees the amount of fans that Cena has, but it's not about who likes who and who knows how to talk on the mic in front of a live audience, but it is about the in-ring ability, and I believe Cena has Dwayne's number, or whatever they call it, and I believe Cena can take on The Rock on any given day, because Cena is truly better than The Rock. But enough about that subject. Moving to the main event, which was oddly between The Miz tagging with John Cena to take on the newly crowned WWE Tag Team Champions, The Core, Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel. And The Miz and John Cena won that match. But Wade Barrett demanded to use his rematch clause, and then Miz just dumped his partner right there with the STF. Yeah, STF? Oh, no. Attitude adjustment, excuse me. And in mid-air he was going to do it, and then with the skull-crushing finale, he allowed the Core to retain their titles. And that's just the beginning of a huge feud between The Miz and John Cena. But I dislike that feud, and I really love to see The Rock versus John Cena. Oh my gosh, I'm really pumped up to see what will happen between these two mega superstars. And oh my gosh, it will be an amazing WrestleMania. But we left out one big, huge thing. I'm not crazy to forget it, but I'd like to keep it at the end. And the date 2/21/11 has arrived, and what did it feature? Sting put him in the trash, he's not coming. So everyone's saying Undertaker, Undertaker. I said no Undertaker because the Sarah tattoo wasn't on, but apparently that doesn't make any sense. He used to have one. Where did it go? But I do not know, I do not care. He did return, but then the King of Kings. I'm the Extreme King of Kings, he's the King of Kings. He returned. Triple H returned right after The Undertaker returned. Oh my gosh. I did tell you that the game Triple H did not finish his speech. His speech was going to include a revenge for Shawn Michaels. He was going to pay Undertaker back or something like that. And payback is a bitch. And are we going to see Triple H versus the Phenom Undertaker for his streak at WrestleMania XSV II, hosted by The Rock and hopefully opening for national anthem Justin Bieber? But anyways, that will be like an amazing match to see, and wow, the build-up will be amazing. But there's like, is that a fake Undertaker that we saw on Monday Night Raw? Like they had to to play his replay in slow motion to just let us know that that's the real Undertaker. because when he does that, he does it in this motion, and this speed, or something like that, but he did it in a really, really fast way. He did like that. Like, what the F? And Triple H did it in the regular speed, his signature, DX signature, but then in the replay, to make things like never happened and nothing strange happened, they played this in slow motion and this in slow motion, but I really, really saw that, is that The Undertaker losing his A game or something like that. But we'll hopefully hear more from the both superstars next week, or yeah, next Monday Night Raw next week. And wow, WWE is like really, really beating TNA's ass. And speaking of TNA, congratulations, Jeff Hardy is your TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Well, that was like inconvenient to put it in a Raw review, but either way, that was all on Monday Night Raw. And we'll be right back for NXT. Stay tuned. So Tuesday night NXT, anyone excited? I know that I am, because my pick was in jeopardy, Derek Bateman. But of course I had two picks, Johnny Curtis as my second pick. But either way, this past Tuesday had two challenges. The first challenge was like WWE Creative did not know how to get a new challenge, and they just made a stupid one that I cannot pronounce or remember or whatever. That challenge that the show opened up with building something at first, or excuse me, bouncing a tennis ball to get in a cup, and then doing this crazy thing with the little, I don't know what they call it, and then flipping the cup, and then with the chopsticks to like match the cubes in 1, 2, 3, 4 in the correct order. And that contest was won by Johnny Curtis, and he earned 3 immunity points for that. But either way, that sucks. The second challenge, and well, first of all, the triple threat match, Johnny Curtis impressed us, and he won that match. Going on to the second challenge, which was Talk the Talk, and it was easily won by the hometown superstar, Brodus Clay, or NXT rookie, if you like to use that term. Let's just head over to the elimination. And unfortunately, it wasn't Brodus Clay as we have been expecting. Derek Bateman got eliminated. So the competition is now between Brodus Clay and Johnny Curtis. So you assholes better vote for Johnny Curtis, because it would be sucking and it will be so not awesome if Brodus Clay wins the NXT Season 4 competition. And that's all for NXT, but now let's just make a quick prediction for NXT Season 5 and the concept. I really love to see either a mixed tag team NXT rookies or a whole male tag team NXT concept. That would be awesome, because the lack of tag teams in the WWE is really making the shows like tag team wrestling is really important in a WWE show. And wrestling in tag teams, excuse me, is like, wow, tag teams are really needed. And like, I know Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, they are true talents, but we need more teams. Look at DX. Look at many other teams. They were legends in a tag team. We need to see these things again. But will we ever see that? Could NXT Season 5, the tag team concept, if they do it my way, would it help? We do not know, and only time will tell. And now let's just head over to Friday Night Smackdown, and which was a bit not as we have expected. I truly believe that The Undertaker was going to address us or whatever. But that did not happen, as Theodore Long opened up the show saying that he will let Vicky Guerrero fight for her job back, as he has each and every right to fire her ass right on the spot. So he said she will just be partnering with Drew McIntyre against Edge and Kelly in a mixed tag team match, and if she loses, she is fired. Plain and simple. Before going to the conclusion of the show, seems like WWE is pushing in our faces the idea of The Rock versus John Cena. And another thing, The Undertaker versus Triple H. The Undertaker Triple H is a sure thing, but The Rock versus John Cena is not a sure thing. But each and every week, they are showing us what is transpiring on Monday Night Raw, not in a promotional video, but in full-length video. Last Friday night Smackdown, they showed us what The Rock said. This Friday night Smackdown, a few moments ago on Sci-Fi, they showed us the response of John Cena. God knows how many times they are pushing this thing to our faces, even though we know the match is between The Miz and John Cena, and there is no way to get out of that. And wow, that's really a bit crazy and a bit controversial, if you like to use that word often. And moving to another subject is Dash and Cody Rhodes. After Mysterio's match in the opening of the show, he won on the Undertaker, Kane, excuse me, but that's not the subject. Dusty Rhodes comes out and he says that you're my family friend, personal friend, and he demands that his son apologizes, and one thing led to another, and as we have been expecting since we saw Dusty Rhodes come walking that aisle or whatever you call it, but anyways, he turned on his back and they like just kicked his ass, and he took off his mask, which is really disrespectful, and taking the mask off a luchador is really disrespectful, and hopefully the cameraman knew what he was doing and he avoided showing his face on camera, and the referees came out with a towel to cover up his face. It's not like he's hideous or whatever, his photos are online, but to uncover his face in front of a live audience while he's doing his job and he's a luchador is really disrespectful. Speaking of luchadors, WWE signed a new luchador. What's his name in the WWE? It will be Sin Cara, I believe, or Sin Sarah. It's a C. Will it be like a K or a C? I do not know, but I will go with Sin Sarah. And his moves are basically like Mysterio, but all luchadors use these moves. And I would love to see a match between Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio. But the feud currently is between Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio, and only time will tell what will happen between these two idiots. Excuse me, Mysterio is not an idiot. Anyways, the conclusion of the show, the Drew McIntyre, Vicky Guerrero versus Edge and Kelly, you're fired match, or whatever they call it. And of course, Vicky's team loses at the end with double spears, Kelly to Edge, excuse me, Kelly to Vicky Guerrero and Edge to Drew McIntyre with a 1, 2, 3. Theodore Long gets out and you're fired. And they actually allowed a few minutes for Vicky Guerrero to beg everyone in the arena to get her job back. She begged from Edge. She begged Booker T, Michael Cole, the cameraman, the referee to reverse his decision. Excuse me. She first, I believe, like she begged, Theodore Long. That's like 6 people, I believe. I'm missing out on some others, but anyways, na 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Am I a good singer? I do not care. I do not know, and I do not like to see a response on that question. But anyways, Vicky Guerrero is out. Is it for good? I do not know. I'm not sure, and only time will tell, as I'd like to say usually. And that's all for Friday Night Smackdown. That's all toward Wrestling Entertainment. And that's all for the Extreme Show of tonight's episode. Again, congratulations to Kuwait and its 50 years of independence. Did I say it correctly? Yes, I guess. Thanks for watching. Comment right below. Hit the like button. Forget about the other button. And subscribe right above. Thanks for watching. As usual, just keep watching and etc. And we'll be seeing you next Friday, I guess. Thanks for watching. See you next Friday on the Extreme Show. This is AL-Mazeedi. Peacing right off.